You can hear me, can you? Now you can, that's better. Oh, might be a bit loud. Just turn it down. Right. Hello everyone. Yep, I hope you're all well, and yes, I'm talking about my hay fever today. So it's a little bit off topic to what I usually talk about. Struggling to think of stuff to talk about. Now it's the summer though, I'm going to try and do a few more things. I finished for my summer holidays, hooray! And hello Eva. Yep, sorry, I only just got on my live chat, I was on there. But hello Eva, hope you're well. Feel free to ask me a question. And yes, I've finished for my holidays, I'd like to try and get some guests on. I keep remembering, I'm good, thank you Eva, how are you? Yeah, I'd like to try and get some guests on here, so I've only had Ben so far. Yeah. So, yeah, so I said I was going to chat about hay fever, because I suffer from it really badly. I haven't been as bad recently. I'm alright at the moment, which is good. That's a good thing. And, yeah, that is very good because, yeah, it's cooled down a lot, but it's going to warm up, so it's probably going to get worse again. And, yeah, that's great. That's very good, Eva. And why do you always post on Daisy's Insta? Kind of, yes I do. Anyway, moving on. Well, I do comment because I do kind of get a little bit bored and I like to interact with people. That's partly why. Yeah, like I always comment on Eva's Insta as well. Anyway, back to the topic. Yeah, it's better when it's cloudy and it's better when it's wet because yeah, you don't get hay fever quite as bad. And yeah, but the things that I do to try and stop it is I take some hay fever medication. It's prescribed by the doctor, so I'm on the strongest stuff. So I recommend getting something by the doctor because they'll put you on the high stuff. If you get really bad, but sometimes I know that over-counter medication, tablets, whatever, usually work good enough for people. But the main things that I suggest trying to do is, I think a lot of the pollen actually collects on clothes. So trying not to dry your clothes outside can help a lot. And yeah. And also, what was I going to say? Not missing the messages. Ask her out. Yeah, I could do. Why don't you, Nathan, I tell you one thing that you could do. Why don't you try and get her on this live stream now? Go on. Then we can do it over here. It'll be funny. Get her on the live stream and see what happens. It'll be interesting. Because like you saw there, I was touching my eye like I am now. That's because that's probably a bit of hay fever because my eyes itch. So I haven't got too bad at the moment, luckily. And yeah, the eyes, for me, my eyes don't itch too badly. They do sometimes when it gets quite bad, but it's mainly my nose that's an issue. But I find that eye drops usually work the majority of the time, and they're very good. Oh, that's good, Nathan. What school do you go to then? I go to Shipler College. What school do you go to? And to stop the nasal symptoms, yeah, I do have nasal spray. That doesn't seem. I'm not sure if it does much. I think it helps a little bit, but I find that Vaseline, just sticking some Vaseline up your nose, stop the pollen from getting in, that works a lot, and it also kind of like dampens it down in your nose. So you may get a little bit of irritation at the start, but I do find that afterwards it can sometimes make things a lot better. I'm not going to say exactly where I live, but I live in the Bradford area. I'm going to say Whipsett to be precise, but I'm not going to say whereabouts because that would be just dangerous. Oh, getting emails, showbiz. Yo. Oh, sorry, just getting distracted by my emails and getting some very interesting emails through lately. So I just want to see what that is. Not too interesting. No, I don't. I don't know. Although she's very hot, let's put it that way. But yeah, I am single. I ain't got a girlfriend yet. Yeah, so hay fever can be really bad. It can affect you from doing things. I used to have an allotment. I used to be interested in gardening, but like I've talked about in my other videos, I do get an obsession. Oh, nice. And yeah, I get lots of obsessions, and I used to be kind of like really obsessed with gardening, although I'm not interested now. And I think the hay fever, it meant because I was outside in the grass all the time, I was constantly blowing my nose. So we had to give up my allotment, mainly because of the hay fever, but it also took up a lot of time. Why are you putting the messages on but then taking them off? Is that because you don't want people to see them? For security reasons? If that's the case, then fair enough. But yeah. Yeah, I find it weird when people do that, to be honest. Yeah, so hay fever does really affect you if you want to go out, because it stops you from going to walks and places. Does anyone else on here suffer from hay fever? And if so, do you want to let us know questions? You can do in the comment section, or you can do in the live chat as well. Yeah, I always find that the rain dampens it down, but when it's really dry, it's often the pollen just goes everywhere, which it has done before all this rain came. So when it's dry, that's probably when you're better off. If it's going to be dry for a few days and the pollen's got a chance to float around, it's probably better off if you dry your clothes inside in the summer. Although everyone suffers from different types of pollen. The main types, I think, although there's plenty of loads of types of pollen, but the main three types that they go by are the tree pollen, which I think's early in the season, grass pollen, which I think I suffer from, which is mid-season. That's the one that I suffer from now. So I'm sure I suffer from grass pollen because it's whenever I'm near grass, like the allotments. When I was walking across a field with real long grass, then it set my hay fever off. So I know that I suffer from grass pollen, but I also think that I might suffer from weed pollen because it goes on quite late. But yeah, you can suffer from multiple types. But yeah, I seem to find grass is everywhere, so I guess if you suffer from grass pollen, that's probably the worst. Tree pollen must be bad as well. But yeah, I never seem to suffer from it early in the season, so I don't think I suffer from trees pollen for some reason. I took Lotine. Always works for me. Now, mid-August. Yeah, I probably suffer from it until around mid to late August. That's when I always seem to take it. But June seems to be bad, although I've had bad days in July and August as well. But yeah, May, June and July are usually pretty bad. Not usually so much in August, although I think I have suffered it a few days if it's been very dry. I've had it recently before the thunderstorms. Before it broke down, we didn't really get the thunderstorms in Bradford, but I meant, you know what I mean, the rain. But yeah, I've finished all my college work now, so I don't have to go outside as much. I'll probably still be taking trips to places like BCB and some other places. It's all a bit of showbiz. Oh dear, I've just noticed an issue. Why have we got this? Oh god. I'll sort it out afterwards, but we seem to have this weird thing in camera. Is it because it's auto-focusing? I think it is, isn't it? Sorry about this. I'm just messing around with things. Right, we're in manual focus now. I might blur it out a little bit. No, what? I'll keep it. think that's better. Sorry, it's just that white square was in the video and I was taking pictures and then I forgot to put it back into manual. So sorry about that all the way through the video. I've only just noticed it now. But yeah, yeah, so it's not nice suffering from hay fever. I've heard of immunotherapy or something, I can't pronounce the word, but I don't know. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. Probably good for me, but I really don't want to be taking needles for ages. It costs a lot of money as well, so I was thinking about doing it. I'm still debating whether it'd be best for me to do it or not, especially with me wanting to have a job in the media industry. I don't want to be blowing my nose constantly, because yes, it becomes a pain. And I hope you don't suffer from hay fever too badly, Starship, although you probably do. Everyone suffers it from different severities, but my reaction to it seems to be pretty bad, to be fair. I can't think of what to talk about. These topics don't go on long enough and I seem to be losing my audience. So yeah, if people want to share this YouTube channel, then please feel free. I'm just trying to think of topics to talk about. I want some interesting ones. I'm going to have to get a guest on next time, and they might help bring a few guests on. So yeah, I know this wasn't a very, very long video at all, but well, I don't have much to do because I'm off, but I hope you found this useful. So my top tips, yeah. I know it's awkward and I know it seems awful that you can't enjoy the outdoors, but I suggest when the pollen is high, only when it's high, because when it's low you can go outside, but when it's high I suggest trying to stay indoors as much as possible and keep away from any grass, trees or plants or anything that could be setting off your pollen, because they're the main things that set it off. And I'd also, they're probably the main tips, but I'd also suggest, if people haven't told you before, I'd also suggest putting Vaseline up your nose. It traps pollen. It actually really helps. So I'd suggest, I hope that gives you a good tip, but I'd suggest actually literally covering your nose, sticking loads of Vaseline up there. It's kind of like stops it and dampens it down. I don't know what it does, but it always seems to help. And I did loads when I went to the Duke of Edinburgh and it wasn't too bad. I still got it afterwards, but it wasn't actually too bad while I was there. I still suffered from it very badly, but not as bad as what I was expecting. I started putting Vaseline up last year because I've heard about it, and yes, some other people have suggested it. It actually seems to really help. I know it feels really, really uncomfortable and you might like think, oh, this is really weird, but no, it's really, really good. So I'd suggest actually putting Vaseline up your nose. It's really good. So thank you all for watching. If you'd like to suggest a topic to talk about, then please certainly do in the comment section below. Also, be sure to share this video with your family and friends so that more people can see it, and it's subscribe with the notification button on, and it's a very, very, very big goodbye. Oh, just about to go. First signs I get is cold. Yeah, I get cold symptoms. Oh, you get a rash. Oh, that must be bad. I don't suffer from a rash. You must get a really bad hay fever then, Starship. Yeah, I ain't heard of that before. Well, I have. I know that stuff like asthma as well can do that with the breathing, but yeah. And feel like, yeah, it's awful with the nose. But yeah, if you get a rash, then you must have a severe allergic reaction. And yes, it just means, yeah, I'm a bad speller as well. Yeah, nothing seems to literally work very well at all. So yeah, the doctors have got me on a lot stronger stuff because nothing works for me. But yeah, I don't come out with a rash, luckily. It doesn't affect me in that way. I sometimes get an itchy throat, and yeah, my head may itch a little bit, but I don't come out with a rash. But anyway, yes, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and it's a big goodbye. See you later.